Hello Facebook family. It's been a super long time since I last made a video and I'm so sorry about that. We got busy with moving. We're finally settled. Been settled, it's just I've been so busy with my schoolwork that time just goes. Time kind of goes. And I'm in my finals week, so I'm finally almost done with this semester, which is exciting for me because that means I just have one semester left before I graduate. I had to go back and look at my last videos to see where I had left you guys at in my videos. And the last thing that I talked about was being pregnant and miscarrying. That was in June, July. In September, we moved to Oklahoma, or I finally relocated to Oklahoma, and we've just been here trying to get used to the area. I'm really happy for the town that we chose. It's very close to Tulsa, just down the road. So I have access to a lot of nice big things, and you know, I'm really glad we chose this town. Since my last video we did one more cycle of timed intercourse, and that was in August. We used the letrazole again, and then just did timed intercourse, and then that was right, but my pregnancy test and everything would have been right after I moved here. So basically, my last appointment with my doctor in Odessa ended. I was supposed to email him and let him know whether it worked or not, which slapped my hand. I still haven't done that either, and I keep thinking about it and I keep forgetting. But when one of the things we talked about is, he mentioned the fertility clinic. There is one in Tulsa, so whenever that last timed intercourse cycle did not work, and I did get an HCG shot with that one anyway, but we did that, it didn't work, so we were basically where we've been the entire time, not pregnant. And once we got here, like I said, we wanted to get a little bit settled before we went to the fertility person here. But that was probably in October when I made an appointment to talk with her. I gave her my copies of my previous records, so she was able to review those, and that way that they didn't have to repeat everything they had just done, the lab work, all that stuff. We kind of just start over. What we did so far basically is I had lab work drawn to check my ovarian reserve again to make sure we were okay with that, and then they wanted to do another sperm test, but they wanted to do DNA fragmentation test along with that, which will check the DNA in John's sperm to see if there's any issues there. So I went today finally for the follow-up for that, for my ovarian test and John's DNA fragmentation test. And what we found from that was, as far as my ovarian reserve, I'm basically in the same line.
Hello!
Hi, John.
Hello.
For me, I'm basically where anyone my age is. My levels were all good, and they were all, that's normal. I'm average.
That's normal. Average.
Although because of my age, being 37, fixing to be 38 in a few days.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I got the present ahead of time.
What present?
Okay.
Forget which.
Anyway.
The nightstands.
It's better just to ask what they want and just get them.
So that's looking at mine.
Did you tell them about the sperm test?
John's test, of course, everything.
I kicked its ass
once
again.
Came out normal.
What I'm going to do is put together a website, and I'm going to rate, the various donation rooms in each facility. I'm not sure if I'll use hand, like 1 through 5 hands. This last place, they had 2 separate hallway. Definite bonus. It was an odd paper-covered table-like thing that probably should have been a physical therapist's office. I don't know. Maybe if you need assistance. Remember the movie Road Trip? Just a reference. But quiet, no Wi-Fi again. W. Well, I mean, come on, and no audiovisual. A few Sears catalogs. I mean, might as well be a National Geographic and an old Sears catalog. Not helping. So, you got to burn some data. Anyway, I think we should start a forum to rate those places. And, or maybe even start a company to,
decorate places.
And equip them appropriately for a fee.
Okay.
I've been in some. It's like a dank dungeon of despair. It's horrible. Anyway, but I can still kick the sperm count.
So basically,
again, I'm like a nubile 14-year-old.
Nothing is wrong with him.
Roam in the countryside.
It's been proven more than once already, and now
I kicked its ass again.
Even further proven. So if there is anything wrong, it's
probably me.
Old eggs.
I was on site for 3 Mile Island and never left, and I'm telling you.
It's not you.
It's probably me.
It's not you.
Am I getting the "it's not you, it's me" speech?
Yeah, but not for the same reason.
All right, I'm a sleepy boy. Good night.
Good night.
Love you, sweetie pies.
I love you too. So what are our options right now? Because we're getting older every day.
I love you, sweetie.
Good night.
Good night.
What we're looking at doing is another IVF cycle. Now we talked about, we still have those 3 embryos. We still haven't made a decision. We were kind of waiting for the DNA tests to be done on his semen to see what we need to do with the eggs. We talked about, I asked her, what if we transferred those over and genetically tested those embryos? And she said, well, we could, but depending on when they were frozen, whether they were day 3 frozen or day 5 would determine a lot, and it also comes with the 20 to 30% chance that they won't survive, or the testing or the thawing. She said the only thing really left to do would be to do a fresh IVF cycle and to test all of those embryos while they're fresh for any DNA problems. Since my eggs are old, it could be from me, or she said, and if we just got to find some good eggs and put those in. So right now what the plan is, I am starting birth control. We're looking at a January 2014 IVF cycle, retrieval and implantation or transfer. On the 10th of December, I have an appointment, and it's called it's like a trial or something that they go in and look at my uterus, make sure there isn't any polyps or anything in the way, and kind of going in there, making a plan, figuring out, looking at my uterus, where would be the best place for implant, to transfer, where to put those eggs once we do. It's basically like a trial run, I guess. But anyway, they're looking at my uterus when they do that. That's scheduled for the 10th. John needs to go in and get his lab work done, but otherwise everything on me is done so far. On the 10th, we have an evening appointment for patient education on the IVF medications, even though we've done it before. Plus, that's also when we sign consents. The fee the cost of IVF through her, and it is expensive as always. One fresh IVF cycle is just a little over $10,000. That does not include the trial testing that I'm fixing to have done on the 10th, and that is like $875. It doesn't include cryopreservation. That initial fee is $800 and something, and then it's $50 a month. The $10,000 does include the ICSI, where they go in and shove the sperm into the egg, basically to help fertilize it, up to 10 embryos. Anything over that, it's another extra $330, and of course medications aren't covered, and medications can run anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000. So you can see how it's very expensive. It was expensive the last time we did it. It's expensive again. She does have this program, since we are self-pay because we don't have IVF insurance or don't work for anyone that provides it, and it's called a 1+ program. It's $12,550, and what you get for that is your fresh IVF cycle, and then you get a frozen transfer cycle. If the fresh doesn't work, you get the cryopreservation, and then 6 months of freezing, I guess. So it's a little bit more, but you're getting basically a frozen cycle at a reduced cost, and I believe that's one we've chosen to do. And that's where we sit right now. In other news, my big sister is expecting. They tried for a month, or maybe on the 2nd month they tried. But anyway, they're due in February, and then my sister-in-law is pregnant with their first child, and she's due in May. So we've got some grandbabies coming. Otherwise, we're doing well. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them. I hope everyone else is doing well, and I apologize for the delay. I'll try not to do that again. And I guess that's it. I think I've covered everything I've needed to cover. And until next time, I hope that you have a great day. Bye.